Hello students, in this video we will learn analysis of financial statements. First of all, what do you mean by analysis of financial statements? There are a lot of financial statements in our business which we prepare time to time. There are two main financial statements. Number one, statement of profit and loss. This statement is prepared to find out the profit or loss during the year. And the second main financial statement is balance sheet. Balance sheet. And balance sheet is prepared to know the financial position of the business. There are lot of data in both of the statements. We have to find the information of a business, so we have to use some formulas, some techniques to know the position of the business, to know the profit or loss of the business. So when we use some techniques or methods to find the related information, to find the informations which we are required, this is called analysis of financial statements. So to analyze the financial statement, first of all we know how to prepare statement of profit and loss and how to prepare balance sheet. First of all, I am going to tell you how to prepare statement of profit and loss. Right here, for the year ending 31st March, suppose the year is 2020. First of all, the format. Particulars, note number, current year figure, previous year figure. So this is the format for statement of profit and loss. First of all, revenue from operation. Revenue from operation means sale of goods and services. Sometimes sale of scrap is also included in revenue from operation. Second point, other incomes. For example, interest income, dividend income or rent income. Total. So revenue from operation, note number 1. Other incomes, we will explain this in note number 2. Total revenue less expenses. Less expenses. Number 1, cost of material consumed. Cost of material consumed. Note number 3, The formula of cost of material consumed is opening stock of material plus purchases of raw material plus carriage inward minus closing stock of raw material. Next, purchase. If purchase of finished stock is given, change in inventory. Change in inventory. Point to remember, we have to write here opening stock minus closing stock. Opening inventory minus closing inventory. Next, employee benefit expenses. Employee benefit expenses, also known as wage related cost. Next, finance cost. Next, depreciation. Depreciation and amortized expenses. Depreciation, fall in the value of fixed assets, and amortized means goodwill written off, patents written off. That means you can say depreciation on intangible assets. Next, other expenses. Now we have to total all the expenses. So total revenue is third point and total expenses are fourth point. Now total revenue minus total expenses. This is known as profit before tax. Profit before tax. Third point, revenue minus expenses. Revenue minus expenses. At last, less tax. If the rate of tax is given, less tax, and the final result will be profit after tax. So this is the statement of profit and loss. Now I am going to tell you how to prepare balance sheet. In companies, balance sheet is prepared according to Company Act 1956, Schedule 6, Part 3. So right here, particular, note number, current year figure, previous year figure. In balance sheet, 2-year figures are shown. So let us understand how to prepare balance sheet. First of all, equities and liabilities. In this video, I am going to tell you only the headings and subheadings of balance sheet. So first of all, equities and liabilities. So first heading is shareholder funds. Shareholder funds. First heading. Under this heading, we show share capital and reserve and surplus. Third item is also there, share warrants, but according to our CBSE syllabus, it is not necessary to learn. So only 2 items you have to consider under the heading shareholder funds. Number 1, share capital. Number 2, reserve and surplus. Second heading, application money received pending allotment. Pending allotment. That means we have received the application money, but the procedure of allotting the share is not yet started by the company. This heading will not be discussed in +2 chapter, +2 syllabus. Third point, non-current liabilities. Non-current liabilities. Very first subheading under this main heading, number 1, long-term borrowings. Number 2, deferred tax liability. In CBSE syllabus, this item will not be considered. C, other non-current liabilities. Long-term provisions. Long-term provisions. So these 4 subheadings are there under the main heading non-current liabilities. But in CBSE syllabus we have to learn only 3, A, C and D. Next heading for current liabilities. Number 1, short-term borrowings. Number 2, trade payables. Number 3, other current liabilities. Number 4, short-term provisions. And then total of liability side. So this is the equities and liabilities. Main headings are there and subheadings are also there. So we will learn asset side of the balance sheet. First heading, non-current assets. Non-current assets. Under this heading, first subheading is fixed assets. Further, fixed assets will be classified into 2 parts: tangible assets intangible assets. Two more items are there: capital work in progress. Fourth one is intangible assets under development. Second main subheading is under the non-current assets, long-term investment. Long-term investments. Next, deferred tax assets. In 12th syllabus, this will not be discussed. Next, long-term loans and advances. Long-term loans and advances. Suppose our company has given loan to its subsidiary company or to its directors, this will come under this subheading. Next, other non-current assets. Now, second heading, current assets. Only two headings are there in asset side, non-current assets and current assets. So, current assets, number 1, current investment. Number 2, inventory. Number 3, trade receivables. Number 4, cash and cash equivalent. Number 5, current investment. Number 2, inventory. Number 3, trade receivable. Number 4, cash and cash equivalent. Short term loans and advances. And the last but not the least, other current assets. And then total of asset side. This total should be equal to the total of liability side. So this is the format of balance sheet. We have to learn first of all statement of P&L and balance sheet. Only then we can learn all other chapters related to this book. Thank you. Have a nice day.